The fifth period is about to end. Tosca's explanation has ended, so I decided to ask her about another magus, about Shinji. You think, Pencho, you think she's rather cutish? Kawaii? I guess all the waifus are, all the main heroines are anyway.
なあ、トサカ。シンジの家、マトウの家が魔術師の家系だって言うんだけど、知ってたか？
ええ、知ってたわ。けどマトウ家はここ数十年で衰退したって父さんが言ってた。今のマトウ家には魔術師としての血脈はないって。
Yeah, do we ever tell Rin the fact that Shinji might be a magus? I guess we're supposed to keep that a secret in this route. I mean, knowing what we know now, it's like not a good idea to keep it a secret for Shinji. Shinji does not deserve such I don't know what the word is. Shinji doesn't deserve Shiro's protection, you know?
それは本当。だからシンジがマスターになったって聞いて驚いたけど。
Oh, wait, what? Maybe she does now? Okay. I can't remember. Maybe I'm misremembering. It says right here, like, that's why I was surprised to hear Shinji became a master. Nani? I thought we didn't tell you that. Or maybe you figured that out on your own? Well, let's see. I see, so she did know, huh? Oh. I guess she's just a better detective than us. That's to be expected because she supervised this land and knows about all the magi with history that live here. So she should know that Shinji's a master. Wait, hold on! Nani? Exclamation mark? So yeah, we didn't tell her, but she just knew.
ごめんごめん。私も今朝知ったのよ。シンジがマスターになるわけないって鷹をくくってたのが裏目に出たみたい。
Tosca says so as if nothing's wrong. That's strange. She was looking for the third master at our school, but it seemed like she's not considering Shinji to be a problem at all. Yeah, why is she so calm?
ええ、けど別にどうってことないでしょ。シンジ自身に魔力はないんだし、そう大それたことはできないわ。
I don't know about that, Tosca. You're underestimating the enemy again. But we'll soon see what happens, I guess.
私たちの敵は学校に潜んでいるマスターだもの。シンジはマスターとしての気配もないし、私たちが探している相手とは別物よ。
I think you're making a fatal mistake.
じゃあ学校にはすごい4人のマスターがいるってことか。
I remember in the prologue when she thought, I always make the simplest mistakes and the most important things, yeah? There you go, Tosca.
そうなるんじゃない？まあ、シンジにはおとなしくしておけって言ったから邪魔されることはないでしょうけど。
And also Rin, yeah, talked to him directly as well. She makes another worrisome statement. Now, first of all, how did Tosca find out that Shinji's a master?
ちょっと今朝の話を詳しく聞かせてくれ。
詳しくも何もシンジの方から話しかけてきたのよ。僕もマスターになったから二人で手を組まないかって。
I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this, but I can't stop her here.
続き、その続きはどうした？
続きも何も当然断ったわ。だっていうのにあいつしつこく食い下がってくるんだもの。ついシローがいるからマトウ君はいらないって言っちゃった。
Tosca laughs as if it's a funny story. I don't know if Shinji likes that, would like that. That must be why Shinji was acting strange today. But
それでトサカはどうするんだ？シンジを放っておくのか？学校の結界ってシンジが張ってるんだろ？
Yep, I don't think you know this, Ren.
え？
Nani? Tosca freezes. I thought so. She didn't know Shinji made the boundary field, huh?
違うんだ、トサカ。確かにシンジは魔術師じゃない。けど、あの結界はシンジが張ったものだ。きっと、キャスターみたいにサーバントの方が魔術に長けているんじゃないか。
Yeah, like, well, again, we already know this from the very first route. The mistake she's making that is that even though Shinji himself isn't a magus and he can't do magic, his servant can, right? So Tosaka grows pale.
遠坂、お前気づいてなかったのか。
おう、あの結界がサーバントによるものだって気がついてたけど。
Bros before hoes, Shiro. Well, I don't know. I don't know about Shinji. Shinji is not. He's not a bro. Shinji is not a bro. Is the thing. If anything, Rin is more of a bro to us than Shinji. She couldn't make the connection to Shinji, huh? Oh, okay. So Rin did know the boundary field was made by a servant, but she didn't think that Shinji would be capable of telling a servant to do that in the first place. I recall how Tosaka was acting till now. I bet Tosaka was so worried about what happened last night that she couldn't think about Shinji. It must be the biggest mistake she's made in her life.
まずい。下手したらシンジのやつ。
Yeah, I guess, yeah, Shinji is the type of person that would say that, you know? To well, what he did last time in the other route, he told her to make an alliance with him and to abandon Rin instead, but well, never trust Shinji. She gets up instantly and glares at the exit. In that instant, here we go again. Blood-Floort Andromeda, if I remember correctly. The distorter is revealed as if it was carefully timed. The sky is tinted red. My body is numbed just by breathing in the red air surrounding the school. It doesn't affect magi that can create magical energy inside their bodies, but people with scarce magical energy will faint just by breathing it in and should eventually die.
わかってる。急ぐわよ、シロ。
The school is red all around. The hallway is red like blood. The air is red like blood. The thick air sticking to my skin makes me hallucinate that this might just be a bad dream. Breath filled with hatred escapes my closed mouth. I pour reasoning onto my confused and heated brain as coolant and try to grasp the situation. I run into the classroom, the one nearest to the stairs. Tosaka stops for a second, hesitant to enter this disastrous scene. I understand how she feels. I don't want to encounter such a thing either. Everyone's fainted. I go near a student and check his pulse and breathing. Is it you, Goto? There's no conscious person in this classroom. Everybody, including the students at their desks and the teacher up front, are down on the floor now. Most of the students are unconscious, lying limp, eyes unfocused. The few students have other things happening to them. Their skin is solidified, burned by a cold flame. All vitality have been stolen from their skin. It eerily reflects the light like wax. Tosaka is astonished by the horrific scene. There's no time to think. We gotta go find Shinji and punch his lights out. To resolve this situation as fast as we can, I should... Oh, okay. You have a choice. In a similar situation, and when we fought Shinji and whatnot in the Fate route, the good idea would be to call for Saber so she could be summoned into this boundary field and help us out. At the same time, though, we were alone when we fought Shinji. This time we do have Tosaka with us, so she can be backup, and she is more than enough to defeat Shinji. At the same time, though, he might have Raida with him. So even two masters, two maguses won't be enough, well, especially since Shiro can't really do much himself. I don't know. It's probably a good idea to use a command spell. Last time we tried to use a command spell, Ryder cut off our arm. So ironically, you shouldn't have used the command spell. Hmm. Now, yeah, let's see. I want to see what happens when we go for Shinji by ourselves. Because I'm thinking probably the right thing to do is actually to call for Saber, because, you know, she needs to hold off Ryder while we punch Shinji to death. Rin doesn't have Archer? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know. Archer right now, I think she mentioned on the rooftop that Archer right now is at her home, right? And she only has one command spell left, so she can't really use it. Because if she uses it, then she'll lose control of Archer, and who knows what Archer will do. He seems like a guy to just, you know, kill us right after Rin finishes using her command spell. If she uses her command spell, then Archer will come. Otherwise, we have to wait for him to come to us, and that might take a while since he's so far away, I assume. Right? And I guess Saber doesn't know what's happening right now, I guess. I know that Rin can, like, mentally communicate with Archer, but we can't do the same thing with Saber, however. Anyway, let's see what happens. Actually, I predict that this one is actually the wrong decision to make, you know, to go after Shinji with just the two of us. So let's see. I'll see what happens. There's no time to stop and ponder. If this is a boundary field made by Shinji's servant, we just have to go get the cause right away.
父さんが手分けして校舎を探そう。これ以上犠牲者を出すわけにはいかない。
I grab Tosaka, who's still standing still, and run.
待ってエミヤ君、それじゃあきっと間に合わない。相手がサーバントならこっちもサーバントを出さないと。シンジを探し出したところで返り討ちになるだけよ。
Oh, Ren, yeah, being the voice of reason.
そうか。けど。
Yeah, but I want to get another Tiger Dojo ending, Ren. She says we should call for Saber, but we won't make it if we wait for her to come here.
レイジを使って私もアーチャーを呼ぶわ。レイジを使っての召喚なら今すぐに呼びつけられる。
She says so while biting her lip. It seems she's got herself together, but her usual cool isn't there yet.
待った。レイジを使うなら俺だけでいい。敵は一人だろう。ならセイバー一人で十分だ。
Okay, so we might not have a choice after all. I wanted to just see what happens when we just go after Shinji ourselves, but never mind, I guess. And if this is the doing of Shinji's servant, our enemy is that black servant. I fought her the day before yesterday. Saber should be able to beat that servant by herself.
エミヤ君、いいの？
ああ、遠坂は昨日レイジを使ったんだろう。なら今度は俺の番だ。セイバーを呼んでもどうにもならないなら、その時はアーチャーを呼べばいい。
Use your command spell, Tosaka? Well, I said before, right? You shouldn't. I don't think Rin should use her command spell. If she does, then her previous command spell of telling Archer to not kill us, it'll probably end, right? Because once a master loses all of their command spells, they don't have control over their servant anymore. Their contract is finished. Oh, it's a joke? Oh, okay, so yeah. Yeah, Archer will probably just murder us right after. That's what I'm thinking. It's fine. We're just gonna use our command spells, I guess. We can't save them anyway.
それで、レイジの使い方は
Yeah, and technically we don't know how to use it.
左手に意識を固めて、目はつむった方がいい。頭の中で自分のレイジの形をイメージして、スルッと紐解くだけでいいわ。もちろん、解くときは命令をしながらよ。
I close my eyes. I can't take my time. I eliminate any thoughts in my head as quickly as I can. And that's hard to do, you know? I don't know if it's easy for anyone else, but when I try to, just not think, that's really hard. I can't really make my thoughts, stop. Concentrate on something. I concentrate on my second command spell.
頼む。来い！セイバー！
Saber! Shiro loves yelling when he summons Saber. Bam! And I release the command spell without any hesitation. Yeah, I really wonder, whose side is Archer on? I guess himself, you know. Yeah, what happens if Rin loses control of Archer? Well, anyway. My hand burns. At the same time, I feel an unnatural heaviness right beside me, and a knight in silver emerges from the heavy void.
セイバー
Whip,
召
there
喚
she
用が
is.
参上しました。マスター、状況はレイジを使うほどのことなのですね。
見ての通りだ。サーバントに結界を張られた。1秒でも早くこいつを消去したい。
You know, she was asking before, like, you know, you use a command spell. Is it great enough to use your command spell? I was thinking in my head, is like, what if we use a command spell, like, or I don't know, like we're in the toilet and it was like there's no more toilet paper, and then we use the command spell and summon Saber. And Saber, I need your help. I need some toilet paper. That's why I use my command spell. You know, I imagine that'd be pretty funny. I wonder if they made a parody or something like that of that situation. I know there's Carnival Phantasm. There's that anime that like parodies a lot of like the Nasuverse characters, right? Including Fate Stay Night. I don't know if they made a parody specifically for Fate Stay Night, you know, in this situation. Maybe there's a manga of that. I don't know. Anyway.
承知しました。確かにこのフロアにサーバントの気配を感じます。
このフロア4階にいるっていうの？サーバントが。
間違いありません。リン、それが何か。
And yeah, Tsukihime. I don't know. Yeah, Tsukihime is like the one. Actually, I don't really know. I don't know much about it. I think there's a vampire in it. Anyway, yeah, Carnival Phantasm is pretty hilarious. I watched it even though I didn't really have much context with the other characters. I really only know the Fate characters really, because they're the more popular ones, you know.
おお、セイバーの感知なら確かだろうけど、それはおかしいのよ。結界の起点は1階から感じられる。サーバントの気配を感知するのはサーバントであるセイバーのが優れてるでしょうけど、こと魔術の痕跡に関しては私だって負けてない。
Skill of detect magic. Wait, what did it say is right? 4th floor? I guess origin is on the 1st floor. The origin of the boundary field is the 1st floor, but the servant is on the 4th floor.
サーバントはこの階にいるのに結界を張っているのは1階だってことか、トーサが。
断定はできないけど、私はそう感じてるわ。
I guess I wonder if this is an ambush. You know, they predicted that we would be on the 4th floor, and there's a reason they put the boundary field on the 1st floor. Who knows? Pencho Stella, I actually like Tsukihime more than Fate. Interesting. I don't know what was Tsukihime. I'm trying to remember. It's hard to remember. Just like a guy with like a knife, right? And he has depth perception, something like that. Is there like I think there's a visual novel for it, right? I don't know. I might have to go do more research on that. I might do that next after I finish Fate Stay Night. I don't know. Play more Tight Moon games.
この結界の起点は1階にあるんだって。
So there are two alternatives, If Shinji arranged for his servant to come to this floor, one has to be a trap. Everyone in this school will pay the price if we make the wrong choice. Yeah, I don't think, there's no anime for Tsukihime, and it's just a visual novel.
リン、アーチャーはどうしたのです。彼がいるのなら、もう少し確かな判別ができる。
Archer's busy being Archer.
それがあいつ、呼んでも答えないの。この結界、完全に内と外を遮断してる。レイジを使うか、あいつがこっちの異常を感知して駆けつけてくる以外ないわ。
Yeah, is this a good idea for you to use your command spell? Apparently, yeah, normally Rin can communicate with Archer through her, like, I don't know, her psychic link or whatever, but right now they can't because of the boundary field. Tozuka and Saber glare at each other, but now is not a time to be doing so. Think. Tozuka doesn't have her composure. The best thing we can do right now is... I don't know, we're gonna make a decision, or are we just automatically just do it? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna do it. We'll go search the 1st floor. I feel sorry for letting Saber fight by herself, but she should be able to take the servant on by herself.
セイバー、サーバントは任せた。一人で戦えるか。
無論です。では指導は。
トーサカと1階に急ぐ。俺一人じゃ危なっかしいだろうが、 遠坂がいるならなんとかなる。それに魔力感知は遠坂しかできない。一緒に行くぞ、遠坂。
Alright, I guess she just has a strategy in mind. You know, I was thinking maybe we could choose whether or not to do, like, for example, stay on the 4th floor and defeat the servant first and then go to the boundary field, or you know, vice versa. But I guess the plan is that Saber will distract the servant while we go down and defeat Shinji, maybe, or something like that, and take down the boundary field in general, right?
当然よ。言われなくても一人で行くつもりだったわ。
And that's the plan. Oh, and going back to Tsukihime again. You're saying a guy wakes up in a hospital, seeing lines and everything. He realizes he can destroy anything just by tracing a line with a knife or something. Yeah, I've heard about that actually. You know, that general premise. Again, but I don't know much about it. However, sounds interesting. And it takes place in the same world, right? It's in the same like Fate Stay Night world, you know. It doesn't have like servants or anything. It isn't like there's no Holy Grail War or anything, but it's in the same general like magical world, I guess. Yeah. Then it's decided. So now.
何してんのよ。椅子の足なんて折って正気？
Breaking a chair. Gonna use a chair leg as a weapon again.
武器は必要だろ。俺は強化しかできないんだから、元になる獲物は必要なんだ。
I swing the leg of the chair. It's exactly like the time I got attacked by Tosaka. I easily succeed at the strengthening magic, and I also take another leg while I'm at it. Oh, dual wielding like chair legs. That's weird.
白、外に微弱な気配がします。どうやら包囲されたよう
Oh
です。
no, we're surrounded. Yeah, it's in the same world. They don't know about the vampires though? Oh yeah, I remember, I believe I mean, it's only because I watched Carnival Phantasm, but one of the waifus in Tsukihime is a vampire, I believe. So somehow vampires are, like, related to the story. But anyway, I'll probably do some more research later. I might do, I don't know, it depends on Tsukihime. I don't know, I don't know if they have any streaming policies. It's an old game, right? So I don't know if they, like, streaming was popular back then, or Let's Plays, so they probably don't have a policy against that sort of thing. The only thing I wonder is if, you know, if there's H scenes or whatever, you know, if there are H scenes, I might have to look into, you know, either if there's like a censored version, or if there's a way to just, I don't know when there's an H scene and skip those parts, because I can't show that, you know, on YouTube nor Twitch. The Tsukihime lore of the vampires and the Tonos, the mystic eyes, goes under all of the Holy Grail War. Okay. It's kind of like an undercurrent of stuff that happens. Anyway.
包囲されたって何？
わかりかねます。ですが、外に出て確認するだけの話です。
そうだな。戦闘頼めるか？
無論、あなたの盾となるのが私の使命ですから。
You're more like my sword, Saber. You don't have a shield. Anyway, Saber runs out into the hallway.
行くぞ、父さん。こっちは1階だ。
Oh, these guys again. What? You know, this just reminds me like that time when Castor attacked us in our residence in the Fate route. Again, we have to fight these like skeleton dudes. Spooky, scary skeletons. This day we go out into the hallway, we find out what's surrounding us. Are those bones? Things made out of inhumane bones are coming in great numbers from the other side of the hallway. Well, actually, I wonder, is Castor attacking us? Because usually, you know, Castor has control over these, like, skeleton buddies, you know? And then again, I guess maybe not. Like, any kind of magus, I guess, could do the same thing with enough time.
ゴーレム、使い魔の類でしょ。いいからこっち。あいつらはセイバーが引き受けてくれるってば。あんなの何体いようがセイバーの敵じゃない。
すまん、セイバー。
I run to the stairs. The sound of Saber destroying the bones echoes behind me. We run down the stairs. It's not that far to the first floor, but... I smashed the blocking bone creature with a chair leg in my hand. Kablam! This is the third one already. It might be because I saw the disaster, but I don't care about confronting these monsters. In other words, my mind is numb. My proper emotions such as hatred, fear, sadness, and cowardice have all frozen up. The only thing filling my head is the desire to get to the first floor. I take the two swords in my hands and swing them like I saw him use them. Yeah, we're attacking exactly just like Archer, I guess. The twin swords. I smash the fourth bone creature. The bone creature that tried to attack Tosaka from the side gets smashed and smacked into a wall. Kinda like her bodyguard. Huh. What's up, I love pie? Good, Tosaka isn't hurt at all. The place Tosaka points at is about 10 meters ahead. There are a few more bone creatures that have followed us down the stairs, but we don't have time to deal with them. I parry the attacking sword with the weapon in my right hand. I attack the defenseless body with the weapon in my left hand. Double the swords, double the options, I guess. I destroy the fifth bone creature, but there are more of them. There are at least 10 bone creatures in the hallway. Because they're like, you know, mob creatures. Ones, what do you call them in MMOs? Like trash mobs? You know, ones that you can easily take down, but there's like a lot of them. I retreat a bit. The chair legs in my hands are worn down. Even though I strengthened them, they are originally only stainless steel. I don't know if I'll hold even for one more attack. I'm surprised, but I back up like she tells me to. At that instant, Tosaka jumps out in front of me and throws a jewel at the bone creatures. Explosion! She fills my vision with pure white. That must have been some sort of a release spell. There's no sign of destruction in the hallway, and only the scattered remains of the bone creatures are there.
ありがとう。助かったわ。トパーズなんてめったに使わないから用意するのに時間がかかって。正直、エミヤくんがいなかったら数で押されてた。
She lowers her shoulders in relief, but she only does so for an instant and glares at the classroom.
行きましょう。あそこにシンジがいるはずよ。
Tosaka runs to the classroom. I follow her and step into the red classroom. Classroom. Alright, where's Shinji? It's pure hell in here. The air in this classroom cannot be called gas anymore. The vaporized blood dyes the eyes of the beholder like paint. Voices of anguish can be heard from all over. This is the origin of the boundary field, the place where absorption is the strongest. The students lying on the floor are totally different from the students on the 4th floor. The moanings I hear are just hallucinations. The students have pale faces, and they don't move as they are dolls made from wax. They all turned into anime figurines. Tosaka is staring at the scene, her legs shaking. I hear a chattering sound. It must be to suppress her emotions. Tosaka's teeth chatter as she beholds the scene in horror. She moves her shaking legs and steps forward. Between the desks, there's a living person there. On his butt, amongst all the fallen students, Mato Shinji is looking up at Tosaka. What was he doing?
Shinji, あんた。
A stern voice. He must have reacted to the voice. The figurines are PVC? Well, actually, what does PVC, what does that mean? I have no idea. What does that stand for? Shinji lets out a strange cry and jumps away from Tosaka.
言い訳は聞かないわよ。あんたがやったことの代償はどんなことをしても払わせてやる。
Polyvinyl carbonate? Oh, that is what they're made up of? Tosaka goes near Shinji.
違う。僕じゃない。
What do you mean it's not you? You're the one that put the boundary field, right? Shinji shakes his head and retreats to the wall.
僕じゃない？よくもそんなことを言えたものね。
僕じゃない？
いいから今すぐ結界を解きなさい。解かないって言うならその顔吹っ飛ばしてでも。
だから違う。僕じゃないんだ。殺したのは僕じゃない。
You killed her? What do you mean? This is strange. Shinji is running away from Tosaka, but he's not looking at her. He's looking at the floor, right by our feet. I look down. There are only students that fell unconscious. There isn't anything else? I call out to her and point to the place. A stunned voice. She must have forgotten her anger toward Shinji. The instant she sees the thing on the floor, Tosaka's intent to kill fades away. Now it's pronounced polyvinyl carbonate, I guess? I guess that's typical material that you use in figurines. Anyway. My breath stops. The thing on the floor is completely dead. Oh, is it Ryder? The long purple hair. The woman covered in black clothes. The servant that attacked me. Ryder. Shinderu? I mean, isn't Ryder the person that made the boundary field? Like, she made like Blood Fort Andromeda, right? Tosaka's voice contains no emotion.
だから僕じゃない。僕がやったんじゃない。結界を起こして誰も動かなくなったのに、ライダーはあいつに。
The black servant, Ryder, was killed in one blow. What kind of a weapon was it, and how was she killed? Only one blow against a servant. Only aiming for the neck and killing the enemy by ripping the neck apart. I can't even imagine how it was done. They must have caught her by surprise, but the enemy must have been skilled to cut her neck in one blow. No, can I call it cut? It looks like somebody put a jack in there, ripped off the meat and bone by crushing it. Oh, and everything's fine, I guess. Ryder disappears from the world. I mean, I guess it's pretty brutal death, but at the same time, well, we don't have to worry about the boundary field anymore, I guess. Somebody did our job for us. The red world disappears at the same time. It seems the boundary field was created by this servant as I thought, but...
Shinji, これをやったのは誰?
As Tosaka closes in, Shinji slowly retreats towards the hallway.
言ったでしょ? 学校にはもう一人マスターがいるって。その忠告を無視して騒ぎを起こしたあんたの落ち度よ。どうやらサーバントを見殺しにして生き残ったみたいだけど、相手の顔を見たんなら次はあんたの番よ。どんなマスターだか知らないけど、必ずあんたを始末しに来るわ。
そんなことあるもんか。僕にはもうサーバントはいないんだ。マスターじゃないんだから。狙われるのはお前たちだけだろ。
Well, even if you don't have your servant, you can still be targeted, right? Because you still have the potential to be a master, so it's better to just kill you now, right? I wonder why, the person that killed Ryder apparently didn't kill Shinji. I wonder why.
そうね。 まあ確かにその通りか。あんたにまだ霊樹が残っていようと放っておいても害はないもの。うろちょろして見苦しいかもしれないけど、ハムシじゃ人間は殺せないし。そうね、あんた次第でここで息の根を止めるのは待ってあげる。
ハムシ？僕がハムシ？
Yeah, yeah, you are.
害虫に例えなかっただけでもありがたく思いなさい。麻藤真司は魔術師でもなければマスターにもふさわしくないから人畜無害だって言ってやったのよ。で、見たんなら答えなさいよ。今のあんたなんてその程度の価値しかないんだから。
Shinji retreats, being pushed by Tosaka's pressure. I don't know if Tosaka's serious or just threatening, but she's seriously angry. She has lost her calmness after seeing the tragic scene here.
さあ、あんたのサーバントを仕留めたのはどんなサーバントだったのよ、シンジ。
知るもんか、マヌケ。怯えるのはお前たちの方だぞ、トサカ。次あいつに狙われるのはお前たちなんだからな。
Oh, Shinji.
この
Shinji runs out into the hallway and Tosaka starts to go after him. But Tosaka stops as if she realizes something. No, that's wrong. It's not that she noticed something. She's just watching the students on the floor and biting her lips in vexation. Her face is that of Tosaka Rin, but her knees are shaking and her eyes are wavering as if they're about to cry. I don't know if she's filled with sorrow or vexation, but that tells me she is firm, can do everything, and is a mature magus, but she's just a girl of her age on the inside.
大丈夫だ、トサカ。みんなまだ息はある。まだ終わったわけじゃない。
息があるってみんなに？
ああ、辛いだろうけど、よく見てみろ。みんなちゃんと生きてる。結界もなくなったし、あとはすぐに助けを呼ぶだけだ。で、この場合は救急車か、それとも違うところか。魔術による傷なら、教会に連絡を入れるべきなのか。
I don't know, we should get Kirei to help. Ask her in a calm voice. That must have gone back her reasoning, as she slaps her own face with both her hands.
連絡するのは教会でいいわ。綺麗に状況を説明すれば、後の手配は全部やってくれる。
Assuming that Kirei fixes everything and not, I don't know, put them in the basement and steal their souls again.
よし、じゃあすぐに連絡しよ
う。Nodding, Tosaka runs out into the hallway. She must be heading to the office. There's a phone there, so she should be able to make a call right away. We finish contacting the church and go outside. It'd be troublesome for us if were the only ones unharmed, so Kotomine ordered us to pretend that we weren't here today.
う。じゃあそういえば、相手はキャスターだったのか。
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, the orphans happens no matter what. I'm just saying, you know, there's gonna be new victims, right? And, oh, Kirei's basement.
はい。ゴーレムを操っていたのはキャスターのサーバントでした。校舎に潜んだキャスターを倒しはしましたが、あれは影に過ぎないのでしょう。
Defeated Caster. Oh, okay, so yeah, Caster was there. But wait, if Caster was there and she was fighting Saber, oh, but she didn't fight. Like I was thinking, like, you know, Caster, she had that dagger, right? Last time we fought her in the Fate route. I don't know if she was gonna use that, but I guess it was only her shadow, as you can see here. So I guess not her true self. Because I was wondering, who killed Ryder? Was it Caster? You know, and then Saber was just fighting her clone. I don't know. I see. So it means Caster was controlling those bone creatures from the Ryudo Temple. Or maybe she was still in the Ryudo Temple, as Shiro is surmising. Then Caster was the one who attacked Shinji's servant.
学校にいる4人目のマスターはキャスターのマスターってことだな。あいつのことだ。マスターであるシンジを使ってライダーを罠にはめたってこともある。
そうでしょうね。シローの話ではライダーは一撃で首を切られている。何らかの理由で動きを封じられ、無抵抗なまま倒されたとしか思えない。
I guess that's Saber's theory. Similar to when we were like, restricted in our movements.
厄介だな。でもまあ、何せよ、キャスターのマスターが学校にいるってことは分かったんだ。全くの無駄だったわけでもない。
I turn to Tosaka for confirmation. Tosaka only stares back at me silently. Since we left the classroom, Tosaka has only been looking at me as if she wants to say something.
トサカ、言いたいことがあるなら言えって。お前に黙ってられると、なんか背中がムズムズする。
In fear of not knowing when I'll get hit from behind. Tosaka stares at me for a while with a serious face. I mean, I was thinking, is it like normal for Tosaka to hit you? I mean, I guess that time she shot you with a eraser. And also, well, even before that, she also tried to murder us. I guess.
エミヤ君冷静なのね。意外だった。
Says this.
冷静じゃないぞ。俺だって目の前が真っ赤になった。怒りで我を忘れたのはお互い様だろ。
それでもみんなの傷を把握してたじゃない。私にはできなかったけど。
そんなことか。別に大したことじゃない。死体は見慣れてるから判断がついただけだ。
Used to seeing dead bodies, I guess, when he was an when he was orphaned.
死体は見慣れてる？
We walk away while we talk. This place will get rowdy once the ambulances arrive. We'll get to the back gate through the woods and get out of the school from there. Yeah, it's kind of interesting on that line. I'm used to seeing dead bodies. I mean, I guess the only time he's seen dead body was, when he was a kid and there was that disaster in Fuyuki, I guess, when he saw a bunch of dead bodies. I guess it's still, burned into his memory and that's why he can tell whether someone's dead or not. And it's interesting that, I guess, Rin wasn't able to tell that because she hasn't seen a lot of dead bodies, I guess. Maybe that's why. Then...
なんだ。サイバーがいるとは驚いたな。
Here's Archer. You came by late. As we make our way to the back gate, we run into the late arriving guy.
あんた今頃やってきて何のつもりよ。
I mean, there wasn't anything he could do, right? There was like a boundary field and everything. I don't know. Also, I saw the status screen update. What was that? I guess for her, she's dead. She's dead now. Blood Fort and Dropana didn't do much this time.
決まっているだろう。主の意地を察して駆けつけたのだ。もっとも遅すぎたようだな。サイバーがいてリンが無事ならことはもう済んでしまったのだろう。
もう済んじまったわよ。あんたがのんびりしてる間に何が起きたのか一から聞かせてやるからそこに直れっていうの。
どうやら最悪のまで到着してしまったか。
The two argue, leaving us aside. Well, it's just that Tosaka's yelling at Archer, while he's just calmly brushing it off.
やはり仲がいいのですね、あの二人は。リンが怒っているのはアーチャーを信頼していた裏返しですし、それを黙って聞いているアーチャーもリンに申し訳がないからでしょう。
Intimate, eh?
言いたいことはわかる。けど、どうしてそれをいちいち俺に言うんだ、セイバ
ー。いいえ、シローが難しい顔をしていたものですから、代わりに解説してみただけです。
I don't know what's so funny, but Saber's smiling meaningfully. I like it even less.
わかったわかった。 次からは体裁など気にしない。それで今回の件は訳ということにしておこう。で、結局脱落したのはどのサーバントだ？
Archer's expression changes. His usual ironic composure disappears, and he looks like a cold warrior now. And he's also literally cold because it's winter time, isn't it?
消えたのはライダーのサーバントだ。状況はわからないが、キャスターにやられたんだろう。
キャスターに？では、キャスターはどうなった？よもや無事というわけではなかろう。
それもわからない。ただ、ライダーは一撃で倒されていたから、キャスターは無傷だと思う。
I say so, representing the three of us. Then,
ふぬけめ。所詮口だけの女だったか。勝ち抜ける器ではないと思ったが、よもやただの一撃で倒されるとは。まったく敵と相打つぐらいの気迫は見せるというのだ。
a weird line. She was all talk? Did Archer fight Ryder, or at least talk to Ryder at some point? I don't remember. He goes back to his usual manner, insults the now gone Ryder.
アーチャー、ライダーはマスターを守って死んだ。ふぬけなどとあなたに言う資格はない。
何を言うかと思えば、ふぬけはふぬけだろう。英雄を名乗るのなら最低限一人は殺さなければ面目が立つまい。それができぬのならせめて命がけで相打ちを狙えというのだ。
勝手なことを。それができぬ状態だったからこそ無抵抗で敗れたのではないか。その散りざまを罵るとは貴様こそ英雄を名乗るものか。
どのような理由であれ無様に敗れたことに変わりはあるまい。まあ確かに英雄であるからというのは失言だったな。英雄であろうがなかろうが弱ければ死ぬだけだ。この戦いにふさわしくない英雄とやらは早々に消えればいい。
よく言った。ならば私と戦うか、アーチャー。
Archer is just butting heads with everyone these days.
お前と？これは驚いたな。何が勘に触ったかは知らんが、協力関係にある者に戦いを挑むとは。だが残念。私はお前たちと戦うなと令状を下されている。今挑まれてはライダーと同じく無抵抗で倒されるだけだが、そんな相手と戦うのが君の騎士道なのか、セイバー。
And I have a feeling Archer is still egging her on, even knowing that. The two glare at each other without a word.
あーちゃん、そこまでよ。
Tosaka's quiet voice puts a stop to it.
セイバーと喧嘩してる場合じゃないでしょ。ライダーは消えてマスターも一人脱落した。けど学校にはあと一人正体不明のマスターが潜んでいることは間違いない。私とエミヤ君の協力条件は学校に潜むマスターを倒すまでよ。それとも何？あなた今度はセイバーと戦うななんて令状を使わせたいの？
You would use up all your command spells, Rin.
そうだな。セイバー殿があまりにも王道ゆえからかいに興が乗ってしまった。すまんなセイバー。私と戦うのは協力関係が終わってからにしてくれ。
いいえ、私も大人げがなかったようです。リンに免じて今の発言は聞き流します。
Oh, Saber takes a step back while glaring at Archer and stands by my side. Tosaka moves Archer back as well.
まあ話は今の通りよ。私たちの協力関係はまだ続いている。今日はもう無理だろうけど、明日になれば学校でキャスターのマスターを探すことだってできるわ。つまりは現状維持ってわけだけど、エミヤ君はそれでいい？
ああ、そのつもりだ。 それで今日はこれからどうするんだ？やっぱり竜道寺に行ってみるのか？
Might not. It's not a good idea to just go to the enemy base. We tried that multiple times already. It doesn't work.
そんなわけないでしょう。アーチャーの話じゃ竜道寺に行くのは自殺行為だって話だし、キャスターを倒すんならマスターを探すのが先決よ。幸か不幸か、キャスターのマスターは毎日学校に来てる。こっちからつついて警戒されるより、今はそれを続けさせた方がいいわ。
Why does Rin make that conclusion? Caster's master's coming to school every day. Maybe it's because they were involved in the whole boundary field thing in the first place. Maybe that's why. Just assumes that, well, yeah, because when the boundary field was activated, anyone without any magical energy is, unconscious, but anyone who's like a magus or a master would be present, and, well, somehow Ryder got defeated. You can only assume that Caster's master was somehow present. Because why would Caster be there if Caster's master wasn't there as well? Because otherwise, unless there's some other layer where Caster knew that Ryder was gonna activate the boundary field in that particular day, which would be unlikely, I think. I try to think how she came to that conclusion. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking too, Shiro. Tosaka knew that there's a master at our school. That must be because there's someone there with magical energy other than Shinji. Since Caster appeared, it must mean the master at our school is Caster's master. Additionally, Caster's master, rhymes Caster's master, is coming to school every day for some reason. It means he or she is coming to school every day defensively, or defenselessly, rather than staying at the Ryudo Temple under Caster's protection.
つまり誰がマスターなのか確かめた後、竜道寺に戻る前に襲おうって腹か。
そういうこと。どうもね、キャスターのマスターは私とエミヤくんがマスターだって知らないと思うのよ。だって知ってたら学校になんか来ないでしょ。
それはそうだ。じゃあキャスターのマスターはシンジがマスターだってことも知らなかったのかな。
Yeah, assuming that they didn't know beforehand, it was just a coincidence that Caster was in a battle with Ryder in the first place. And then Ryder got defeated, obviously.
説明はつかないけど、その可能性は高いわ。あれだけ魔術に長けたサーバントを連れておいて、そんな間の抜けた話はないと思うんだけど。
Yeah. Even I, who has no knowledge as a master, got this far thanks to Saber. If you have a servant like Caster, I'm sure you wouldn't do something as dangerous as going outside.
それは違う。前提を間違えているんだ、リン。
What's your input, Archer?
アーチャー？
キャスターのマスターに自由意志はあるまい。いや、自由意志があるつもりでいて、やはりキャスターに操られているのだろう。あの女は人の下につくものではない。マスターなど最初の一手で排除し、都合のいいように扱うだけだ。
I guess Archer is assuming this because of his interaction with Caster in the first place.
キャスターのマスターは傀儡だっていうの？キャスターに騙されているか、自分がマスターだって忘れさせられてるとか？
なるほど。本人が意識していないというのは面白いな。本来、サーバントはマスターには手出しができない。マスターを殺害すれば自分が存在できなくなる。逆に、マスターには霊樹がある。サーバントが逆らえば、最悪、マスターはサーバントを殺すことができる。となると、マスターは排除するより騙す方が安全だ。
Tosaka ponders. But I'm not convinced.
そうかな。キャスターはあれだけの悪事を働いてるだろう。それをマスターに隠しているなんてできるのか。サーバントが強ければ強いほどマスターだって警戒心を持つんじゃないか。
その点は問題ない。絵に描いたようなお人よしがマスターであるなら、都合のいい言い訳などいくらでもできる。キャスターのマスターもそういう善人なのかもしれんぞ。
Disgustingly good-natured, eh?
おい、なんだって俺を見て言うんだよ、お前。
Yeah, making a jab at us.
何？ここに前例があるからな。キャスターのマスターが間の抜けた人間という可能性とってゼロではない。
なるほど。確かにあなたの言い分には一理ありますね、アーチャー。
Hey, why are you agreeing, Saber? Agreeing that Shiro is stupid.
オッケー、わかったわ。キャスターのマスターがどんなやつであれ、とにかく明日も学校に来る可能性は高いでしょ。私たちは引き続き学校の調査で、キャスターのマスターを発見次第襲撃でいいわね。
まあ、それが妥当な線だけど、どうやって探せばいいんだ？
それは今日の宿題。各自家に帰って考えること。どのみちエミヤくんとセイバーは疲れてるでしょ。ここで無理して倒れられても困るし、今日はここで解散しましょう。
Our homework, eh? How do we find a master? Well, why don't we just go around and just ask everyone, are you Caster's master? Well, probably not. Well, maybe even considering that, other than the fact that that's a stupid idea, also considering that Archer said that Caster's master might not even be conscious of the fact that they're masters, so...
いや、そこまで疲れてるわけじゃない。まだこんな時間だし、今からでもどうする？
いいから言う通りにしなさい。どのみち今日は学校に入れないし、手がかりもゼロでしょ。ここにいても仕方がないし、何よりアーチャーの様子が変だって気づいてないの？
Archer's acting strange.
昨日の今日でエミヤくんと顔合わせなんてしたら、まとまるものもまとまらないじゃない。
わかった。帰る。おとなしく帰るから。その
Don't whisper to me from such close range.
じゃあまた明日ね。もうないだろうけど、夜は気をつけなさいよ。またキャスターなんかに連れ出されたりしたら、それこそ承知しないから。
Cut to Shiro, sleepwalking again.
わかった。わかったから帰る。
I don't know if Caster will do the same thing twice.
それと、今日はお疲れ様。ちょっとだけだけど、あなたをマスターだって認めてあげたから。
Tosaka jumps away from me.
行くわよ、あーちゃん。帰ったら本気でさっきの不始末を追求するからね。
はあ、やはりそうきたか。どうもな。凛にしては口汚さが足りないと思っていた。
あんたね、ほんと一度とことん白黒つけないとダメなわけ？
Archer and Tosaka leave arguing.
俺たちも帰ろうか。確かに少し疲れたし、今日は早めに夕食にしよ
いいですね。その意見には賛成です、シロ。
We leave the woods quietly, so we won't be seen by anyone. We sneak away into the wilderness. Yeah. I'll pull myself together, go shopping in the shopping district, make a big dinner, and take a rest. We'll talk about Caster and her master after that. Alright, time to go home once again. And just rest and relax. Some R&R.